Well, good morning. Now you're on. So say hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi. Yo, what's up, bro? And welcome.
Yeah, what is up, bro?
It's great to see you on television in 2025.
Hey, I'm just going to let him do the show. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where it is a Thursday morning. The sun's shining. It's pretty nice outside today. And we have some fun guests from South Elementary, correct, in Vinton County. And we have Principal Miranda Smith and some students. And we're going to talk about some fun things that they have coming up and what you're doing the rest of the year and all of that. And y'all are in the 5th grade, right?
Yes.
Yes, very cool. What an exciting age to be. All right, well, I'll tell you what, we have a commercial break, and then we'll be back and hear about what they're looking forward to. I believe it's a class trip.
At Vinton County National.
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
thetelegramnews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Vinton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, thetelegramnews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
Thetelegramnews.com.
Subscribe today at thetelegramnews.com.
Check it out.
Saturday, August 16th is Southern Rock Woodstock in the Gallipolis Fairgrounds. This event will feature 3 decades of original artists and legends, such as Leonard Skinner, 38 Special, and Molly Hatchet. In light of this event, Total Media will be giving away 4 VIP tickets. For a chance to win these exclusive passes, comment your favorite Southern Rock song, and our staff will vote on which one is the best. Good luck, and may the best man rock out.
This just in.
The Telegram News.
All right, and we are back with our friends from South Elementary in Vinton County. And how about you tell everybody who you are? We'll start on my side.
I am Veda Jarvis.
I am Annie Nicholson.
I am Ryder Jack Hall.
And I am Miranda Smith, and I'm the principal at South Elementary.
Is she a nice principal or a mean principal?
She's a nice principal.
She's a nice principal.
She looks pretty nice.
They don't have a choice to say that right now.
Right, exactly. I mean, you kind of have to say that, don't you? No, I'm just kidding. They don't say, kids can say the darndest things, so, you never know. So 5th grade, what an exciting time, and you all have some fun stuff coming up. So, Principal, would you like to tell us kind of what's going on, and then we'll talk with the kids?
Yeah, sure. We do have some events coming up. Obviously, Ohio State testing is in the forefront for our 5th grade right here in 3rd, 4th. But we do have some other events coming up. We have our preschool and kindergarten registration, and that is May 12th. So that is our first big event after testing's over, and that is district-wide. So we are one of 3 elementaries. And,
okay, in Vinton County.
Yes,
okay.
In Vinton County, and the preschool and registration will be happening that week for all of our buildings. So just want to make sure that, anybody who's listening, if you're interested in enrolling your child, that is coming up. We also have an ice cream social coming up on May 14th, and that is for our families, which is
fun.
Yes, it's very fun. We love getting everybody there.
You guys don't like ice cream, do you?
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
A little bit. Yeah, me too.
And obviously we have some field trips coming up, but the big field trip for the whole district, not just South, is what?
The DC trip.
Yeah, the DC trip.
Washington, D.C., May 18th.
Boom!
Boom.
That's right.
I agree. So here's the thing. I don't know. Principal Smith may remember this. Did you all have safety patrol?
Yes.
Yeah,
Back in the day. Do you guys still do that?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what we're doing to go
I
on
am
the
on
DC trip.
preschool right now.
We use big steps.
And I lead the Pledge of Allegiance at breakfast every day.
You do?
Me too.
Should we do the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, sure.
Do we have to stand up to do it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Will you lead it for us?
Sure.
Okay, let's stand up and do it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, hold on. Do we have to do this?
Yes.
Okay.
I
pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I feel so much better now.
That was fun.
Do you get to do that every day?
Yes.
That is so cool.
Every day at breakfast.
Yeah.
At breakfast.
I'm supposed to do it with somebody, but like she's always late to breakfast, so I usually do it alone.
She does it on purpose. So.
Well, how did you get that job? That's exciting.
They randomly assign our jobs. There's 2 afternoon jobs, and the rest of them are just during the school day. Yeah.
Every 2 weeks we get a new job.
Yeah.
So next week, I don't know I might be on recycling next week.
Cool.
What's your job?
My job is to be a surgeon.
What about for safety patrol?
I'll save some lives.
Hey, that's good. I think that's fantastic. No, I think, did you go on a safety patrol trip?
Well, I did not, but we have been doing this the whole time. I've been in Vinton County, which has been 18 years. We've been doing this as a district, so it's ongoing.
I remember, I think we went in the 6th grade, not in the 5th grade, but I remember my Washington, D.C. safety patrol trip like it was yesterday. And that was a couple of years ago.
Good memories.
Yeah, it was fun. Well, I'm not even going to tell you because I don't want to give you guys any ideas. So anyway, it was fun. we had a lack of sleep, let's put it that way, and it was a little miserable because of lack of sleep.
I
because we were giggly girls that, giggled all night.
I'm sad that Noggin shuts down. Do you?
Are you excited about staying in the hotel?
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
And
I'm a little nervous.
Little nervous to what? To be away from home?
I mean, no, I can go away from home. It's just like, I don't know.
Say what?
You don't know?
I don't know.
Tell you just is it?
I just feel a little scared.
Are you nervous to be on a bus, or are you nervous to be what?
I mean, it's a new place. I mean, like, I know that they're not gonna let nothing happen. It's just like you never know what's gonna happen.
Well, here's the deal. Look at it as not something to be afraid of, but like a new adventure that you're going to conquer.
I like this phone commercial break.
Right? I know. It's fun. Okay, so let's back up a little bit because we were talking about some of the events that you have going on. So let's talk about testing. And I know that that's probably not your favorite thing, but it is a rite of passage to get to through your school career. Mm-hmm. So, what grades are they doing testing now?
So the Ohio State testing starts in 3rd grade. Yes. So we have 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders at my building, but obviously it goes all the way to high school. So.
Is it every year?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I thought it was just like every couple of years or something.
And it used to be long ago, but now it's every year.
Oh.
And our 3rd graders actually have a fall assessment for English language arts and the spring. So they take 2, but these guys have
We have a science
We
one
have
too.
3.
Yep.
So we have 6 parts.
Reading, math, and science one to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And they have 2 parts. So 6 days of testing for you guys. It's about 90 minutes to 75 minutes for math and 90 minutes for reading. But
that just seems like a lot of extreme.
And they've worked really hard, and they've
Good
gotten
deal.
some practice, so they're ready. You guys are ready
Yeah,
for it, right?
we do the practice testing of them. We've been working on that.
And
A little
maybe
bit this
we've been
month and
doing
last
like
month.
a lot of the practice tests.
Yeah.
So tell me, I'm interested. What kind of math? So we were asking another class, and that was in, I think they were from Jackson or Wellston the other day. What kind of math are you guys doing? Like, what are you studying in math? It's because it's probably way more than what I did in the 5th grade.
Right now we're doing like inches. We're doing like weight and measurement and all that.
We're just doing like what we did last year, but going over it. Because we did like weight, height, and all that last year. We're just going over it.
I didn't even pay for that.
Maybe going a little bit deeper into it this year.
I don't know why you have to be tested on that. You just ask Siri or your phone about it.
I pay my tax every time.
That is true. The world is definitely ever changing.
I mean, we didn't have that stuff. We actually had to learn it.
I agree.
Now you just ask your Alexa device and it tells you.
100%.
But, no, it is good. All of that stuff is good to know. And I will promise you, you will learn, you will use that in life. Like I'm just going to tell you, there's some stuff you're going to learn in math you'll never ever use again. That stuff you will. So learn it.
Maybe many people should buy our merchandise when we made it.
Yeah, that would be good too, to support you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, so let's talk about the ice cream social.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the ice cream social. So we used to have a family picnic, and we changed it last year, so we wanted to try something new, and it was a really big success. So
wonderful.
May 14th is our South Elementary ice cream social, and all of our families are invited to attend, and hopefully the weather will be nice and we can do it outside. We have a nice area with the shelter house, and we'll have different ice cream options with topping options for everyone, and those who are dairy free, those options will be there too. So it'll be a full
go to
event.
zipprinting.com.
Hey, what kind of ice cream is your favorite?
Yeah.
Vanilla.
Do you like to put stuff on your vanilla ice cream?
Yeah.
Like what?
Sprinkles.
Okay, sprinkles. What kind of ice cream do you girls like?
I like chocolate ice cream. Yeah. I mean, if I go somewhere, I get like a mixture, like chocolate and vanilla.
I get it. Just do it all. Do you guys put stuff on your ice cream?
No.
Just plain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I like vanilla with whipped cream.
Whoa.
That's
all the white.
Yeah, that's what I like. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That sounds fantastic. All right, very good. So, all right, so we're moving from the ice cream social is something that's just like kind of within the school. That's not really open to the public per se. It's for the families to enjoy.
Extended families, a lot of, grandparents come,
Oh,
siblings
that's fun.
come, and we welcome everyone. So if somebody from the community wanted to come for ice cream, we would welcome them too.
I mean, who doesn't like some ice cream?
Exactly.
Is there going to be another commercial break?
In a minute. I'll let you introduce it here in a minute. How's that?
Good.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Thanks.
Okay. So we have the ice cream social, and then the safety patrol trip. So tell me, what all do you guys do on safety patrol? Because I remember we used to have to stand in the middle of the street with a flag, which I never did really understand why that was a good idea.
Safe. Yeah.
Safety
patrol. Safe.
Let's put small children in the middle of the street to stop adults driving vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't sound super safe.
With a little orange flag that they're supposed to listen to.
Yeah.
Anywho, so I'm assuming that we're not doing that today.
We're not doing that.
If you see
We're not doing
someone
that.
smoking cigarettes, tell them that this was harmful.
I mean, yes,
That's
absolutely. That is.
Definitely harmful, right, girls?
Yeah.
It is. That is the PSA of the day.
Yes.
I believe. And if you're on safety patrol, that is good that you would pass that along.
Wink.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. So what else do you guys get to do?
One of the jobs is preschool, which at the end of the day, we go down to the preschool rooms and we walk. Yeah, we walk the kids to the bus. We get a certain bus.
I wanna
and we
say
take
hi to
the kids
Mason
to that
Hall.
bus and walk them out to it.
Oh, so you just make sure that the preschoolers get to the buses safely and to the right buses, I assume.
Yes.
What do they listen to you?
Yeah.
They really look up to you.
Yeah, they're
bet they
really
do.
nice kids. There's a lot of them. There is. There's like 2 different classes open.
Oh, I bet they're so
They're
cute.
They're really sweet and really cute.
I'll bet they are.
Yeah, recess. Sometimes I'll go down to the preschool room and play with them, and I'm allowed to like take a friend or two, and sometimes I take her.
Aw, are you guys friends?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Remember, adults, don't smoke any cigarettes at all.
Exactly.
Yep.
The other jobs, there is pledge, and then there is recycling, which is like Monday we'll have Blue Hall, and then we just go down the line. Yeah. And
It goes in a circle. It goes Blue Hall, Green Hall, Red Hall, Yellow Hall. Then on
Blue Hall
Fridays we go
again.
back to Blue Hall and do it.
And that means each hall recycles on a different day?
You
Is that-
just like every day, like people will put papers in their recycling bin, and
Each
then
day a certain hall gets like their bins emptied.
yeah,
Like every class of that
like
hall
there will
gets
be
their
like
bin.
some like 3-4 kids on each job.
Yeah.
Besides on pledge was only 2.
Yeah.
That feels like for me 1.
Yeah.
Like singing the national anthem like this. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early night, for so bright as we aim.
You're going to be in drama club someday, aren't you?
Twilight's last dreaming.
Way to go. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Stars. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was good.
Yeah,
Thank
so,
you.
there's, so there's preschool recycling, pledge, and
Door
then
holder.
there's door holder, and then there's like take out the balls for recess.
Oh.
They have a lot of responsibilities.
It
Yes.
sounds that way.
Yeah, but like the 2 main jobs are recycling and preschool. That's like the afternoon jobs.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are the
You get
jobs
out of
that
class
people
early.
want because you get out of class early and you get to get on the bus early.
Do you guys get to work in the cafeteria too?
Oh yes.
That was always fun because you got to
They-
go out of class early.
They added like a job on there because like too many people were like fighting over it.
Yeah.
That like every 2 weeks the name changes. This week it's a boy named Gunner.
yeah.
Pretty sure the last time it was one of my
Only in
friends.
grade school are you excited to go down to the cafeteria and wash dishes because you
don't
get out of
forget,
school.
You can vote who will be the next president
We
of the
just-
USA. And also check out some books at your local library.
Another PSA.
At our school, we just do like we
Like, we
pass
just-
the tray down.
Yeah, we just help them
Oh.
Yeah.
give out the
Cool.
trays.
Well, that sounds
They don't
fun.
get to do the fun stuff in the
Oh,
dish room.
Yeah, we used to get to run the dish tank and everything.
Yep.
So now at my restaurant, I have nightmares about that. I see that
Yeah.
dish tank and I'm like,
This
no.
is so terrible.
Oh. But
Don't
anyway.
worry, that's just a bad dream.
Yeah, it is. So tell me a little bit about what you all are doing with your Washington trip. How's that work? You get on a big bus and go?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will have a charter bus, and
There's only gonna be like 10 of us going. Anyway.
from our school. So
Remember,
it's different.
kids,
There's different.
make sure you sleep on time.
There are 3 different buses for each school, so every school has a different amount of students going, and we all have the same itinerary. So it is jam packed from the moment they leave. You know, they leave.
I remember
5
this whole
a.m.,
situation.
You know, yeah,
Yes.
and they have everything planned and well in advance. I mean, they start planning obviously a year ahead of time. So,
Sure.
What are you guys?
Yeah, what are the things you're going to see that you know about and that you're excited about?
We're going to go see the White House.
We're gonna go see the theater that Lincoln got assassinated in.
I like to see what's inside.
Yeah, and we're gonna go to museums.
And we're gonna see the Lincoln Monument.
Oh, really?
We're gonna get our picture taken at the not the lighthouse.
The White House.
The White House.
I mean, there might be a lighthouse there too. I don't know. Do you the one thing I remember so specifically was the Arlington Cemetery and seeing like the changing of the guard and all that. Do you get to do that?
Yeah, we gotta go see them. Memorial.
That's really cool.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
We go see
Really
all the
impactful.
names and stuff. That's going on.
There are no borders for me.
Are you excited to see Arlington? In
Yeah.
Washington, D.C.?
Yeah. So what do you look forward to the most?
Maybe being able to experience that with all my friends.
New place.
Yeah, because you guys are not going to be nervous. You're going to conquer it, right? It's like a new
Right.
adventure. So you have to put on your adventure hats.
Yeah,
Use,
absolutely.
Like, one thing that's gonna help me the most is I'll have people that I like.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be just like your school friends, but you're just in a different location.
Like if I get nervous, I can just look
Is
over
that
and I have my
Oscar's
best friend by my
trophy
side.
right
So
there?
Yeah.
Absolutely. What?
Is that an Oscar's trophy right there?
It is. Somebody gave it to me.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I won an Oscar. Yes, wasn't that nice of them?
Yeah.
I'm glad you knew that. Do you know why it's called the Oscar? Or the
Yeah,
Oscars?
I know.
Why?
Because every time you win a trophy, you'll be famous.
Okay. There you go. Now you know. Okay, so Washington, D.C. So we were talking about sign up for preschool, kindergarten. What all does that entail, and what do people need to do if they're listening today and they do want to sign their child up?
So if you're going to have a child that is 4 by August 1st, they can be enrolled in our preschool program. Any of our buildings we're doing registration all at the same time. So if you're interested in enrolling, you just need to call the school of wherever your residence is. If you're not sure, you can call our district office.
I was going to say, how do you know?
Yeah, if you're not sure, you don't have anyone to, if you're new to the area or anything, you can just call the district office and they will tell you which school that you would be attending, and then they will get you signed up. So you do need to pre-register, but we have great staff that are very welcoming, that will help anybody who is a first-time parent with a student going to school. So you will have to get some information to bring in. Not all of it has to be that day. So it's good to get pre-registered, now. That way you have time to get everything in order, such as going to the dentist or getting your physical.
Well, that's
for the
what I was going to say. What are some of those things that parents need to know?
So bringing in the birth certificate is huge. You need to make sure that birth certificate's there. Any custody papers. Preschool, there is an income portion, but not for kindergarten. We also have to have physicals for kindergarten and preschool. Preschool, we have a dental form. There are some of those steps that will have to be taken, but all of that is listed and organized for whoever's coming in to enroll their kids.
So you have time to get all that accomplished, because sometimes it is hard to get into the dentist sometimes and certain things. So.
Well, and there is a lot of paperwork, so there's people there that will be able to assist in any way so that it's not overwhelming, because it is
intimidating for especially a new parent that hasn't gone through it before.
Sure, I agree. And all of our schools have a gold rating through the state, which is really great. So any school that you want to bring your kiddo to in Vinton County is top notch. We have, high quality learning, development. So
good job, you all. That's great.
Hooray!
Yes, and the Pledge of Allegiance, so that's a good thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to do it just to see if I could remember it. Let's see. So kindergarten, so that's happening. And then what else do we have that we wanted to talk about?
We just have a lot of the fun things happen after testing, like I said. And the fun things to the kiddos, we already talked about DC, but everybody gets to enjoy a field trip. So that out of the school learning experience, we get to provide for our students. And we have an awesome PTO that helps to provide funding for that. And so we're really thankful for the support of our parents, family, and community members.
Keep on supporting these kids.
Yes, and the kids are very appreciative of these experiences they get. So we have most of our field trips booked, but we have Mound City, we've got Canner's Cave, we've got the Hocking Hills Children's Museum, COSI, Jackson Vinton Ag Day,
fun.
Hamden Firehouse. So, and then Rose Valley Animal Park. So there's a variety of different trips that will be happening, and they're all planned, and that's going to be exciting for the kiddos.
You guys will have so much fun. And I was just talking with somebody that was at Rose Valley the other day. They said that there were some baby everythings there. So
that's going to be fun.
Fun.
That's going to be fun.
Yes.
I wish I could go on all of those trips.
I know sometimes that you just want to sign up to be a kid. And as the other day, I wanted to sign up again. I was like, we should have adult 4-H camp.
Yes.
Like, I want to go back and be in 4-H. I had so much fun when I was. Like, we should have adult versions of all that.
That's not a bad idea. We're going to have to talk to Travis West about that.
I agree. He was in the other day, and I told him. So you wouldn't be the first person to say that.
Yeah, we're going to have to bring that up.
She was.
I do remember those days as well, and those were good memories.
Yes, and something that you'll remember forever. Are you all in 4-H?
Yeah.
I done 4-H a few years ago, but my mom said never again because me and my brother, we tried pigs.
Last
year? We could not get them to gain weight.
Oh. So they didn't eat like pigs?
I did it last year, but my advisor didn't do nothing. Like, she didn't tell us nothing to do.
Oh.
She wouldn't tell
Sounds
us
like
where
you
to
need a new
get
club.
where to get the rabbits, how to
And we
help
do
the
have some great
rabbits.
clubs.
Yeah,
in Vinton County.
because you all do have a
yeah.
great 4-H program.
Yeah.
So, need to find a new club. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Well, okay, so one of the things we were talking about off the air, and then we'll let you get back to school because we know you're so excited to go back to school.
Yeah, totally.
But you get to go to the middle school next year, so you're moving up in the world. Are you all happy about that? How do you feel about it?
I'm a little scared.
Yeah,
nervous.
I'm a little scared too.
What grades go to the middle school?
6th, 7th, 8th.
Okay, so 3 more. So you'll be the now you're the oldest, you'll be the youngest, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And after 12th grade, you go to college because 12th grade is the last grade you need to pass.
That's right.
In
exactly.
2nd grade, I had a friend move away and go to West, but we'll be in the same school as her next year. So
Oh, that'll
That's
be
true.
cool.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is a good point because then they take all the individual schools and move everybody into one.
Yep.
Yep.
So you have your pool of friends gets way bigger.
Yeah, my friend last year, I think it was last year, my friend Aiden, he moved to Central. Yeah. So I'll be able to see him next year.
It was towards the end of the year last year.
Yeah, it was.
That's so fun. Well, is there anything else you want to tell our viewers while you're here?
No.
Thanks
Yeah,
for watching.
Yeah, thanks for having us on. Right?
Thanks for watching. And we appreciate you stopping by. And it's always so fun to talk to the kiddos and find out what you all are up to. And I'm so excited for you for your Washington, D.C. trip because you're going to have so much fun.
Yeah.
Really will. And it'll be a good time. All right. Well, now you can say that we're going to have a message. And we'll
Have a message.
Wait, don't whisper it. I was just whispering it to you.
You can
say
We're
it
gonna
out.
have a message.
And then we'll be back.
How about a commercial break from Hasbro?
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Our morning show on XTQ's broadcast out of Jackson.
We are back, and I'm really big. I think Adrian. Hi.
Hasbro.
I think. Oh, Hasbro. Yes, that is a message from Hasbro and Mr. Potato Head. Very good. All right, we'll get all this organized here. Sorry, this is kind of a. Wait. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right. Sorry about all that. That was like herding cats for a minute. We are here. We are back with Matt Starkey, correct?
Yep.
All right. Well, welcome. And you are with Athens County Children Services. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right. So tell us a little bit about your work and what you all do.
Yeah, so we are the Child Protective Agency for Athens County, and every county in Ohio has one, or they're shared, and we are the agency tasked with the care and protection of children. And so we have a foster care placement unit. We have a assessment investigative unit that gets out. We work with the families to keep kids in the home in a safe manner. And, unfortunately, if that doesn't work and the judge orders it, we remove those children and find placement for them. But on top of that, we have an amazing school outreach team that's in every school district in Athens County, helping children and families out. And we have an awesome public outreach department, if I don't say so myself, and that's me. And we put on an awesome event. Yeah. We put on an awesome event called Kid Fest every year, and this year it's April 5th. at Walter Fieldhouse from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I'd love to talk to you about that today.
Absolutely. And, unfortunately, we appreciate what you do. It's unfortunate that you have to have a job. Let's put it that way. But we do appreciate the fact that you all are there looking out for those kiddos that can't look out for themselves. And, the fact that you're needed is sad, but also wonderful that there are folks like you doing what you're doing. So thank you for that. Because somebody's got to look out for them, right?
Yep, very true.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about this Kids Fest because it sounds like a really good time. How long has it been going on?
I believe this is the 37th year that we've been doing it. So
Wow.
yeah, I'm from Athens, and so I went to Kid Fest as a kid myself. Back then, we had it at the Convocation Center, so the indoor basketball arena. And we've now
Yes.
moved it over to Walter Fieldhouse, which is the practice football field right next to Peden Stadium. And it is an amazing venue. It's you look at the building and you don't see how big it is until you actually step inside of it. But it's a full football field with a track around it. And, we fill that place up with, fun activities and games and resources. That's the other thing about Kid Fest is we have an amazing, nonprofit, public agency, great businesses that support us in the county. And, Kid Fest is where everyone comes together and puts on a good time for kids in and outside Athens County. It's open to the public. So if those kids from Vinton County want to come over and have a good time on Saturday, they're more than welcome to.
Okay, and that's this coming Saturday then, correct?
Next Saturday. So
next
the
Saturday.
April 5th.
Okay, so not like a couple days from now, but next Saturday.
Right.
All
Yep.
right, cool. And tell us so everybody is welcome, right?
Yep. Tickets are $3 only. It's cash only at the door, unfortunately, but the tickets are only $3. And because of our wonderful sponsors, we've been able to give out a lot of tickets to the local elementary schools, so that kids and families that may not be able to afford it can make it as well. It's really for 4 hours of fun like that. I don't think you're going to beat the price of $3.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a really great time. And you think what it costs to go to a ball game or something, and yeah, I think it's a pretty good deal.
Absolutely. So what age of kids or ages of kids would this be best for? If you're, you have a family and you're thinking, oh man, I don't know if my kids are too young or too old, who fits best?
All ages are welcome. I mean, we kind of design different activities for different age groups. So we'll have, it's called a Hopewell Health will be bringing their baby brain gym, and we've gone out and bought some extra things to really make a nice infant and toddler play area, so that parents with really young kids can come and get access to resources, but also get access to those resources while their little ones are playing and having a good time rather than tugging on their leg. And so
Right.
we've got that. Elementary school kids, I mean, really all ages, teenagers. We're gonna have some hoop shoots. We're gonna have a inflatable, I don't know, like ball throwing game where you're trying to throw a football through a little hoop in an inflatable. We're gonna have COSI there with some VR goggles and a lot of other activities. There's really stuff for all ages of children. Adults come and have fun too.
Yeah, I was going to say, listen, you mentioned COSI, and I turn into a little child really quickly because I just always loved COSI. And even as an adult, I think some of the stuff that they do there is just absolutely phenomenal. So, yeah, I think we could all turn into kids real quick.
Oh, for sure. And that's honestly one of the coolest things about this event is that the kids come and have a really good time and have a bunch of fun. But, a lot of the adult volunteers who are putting crafts and games and, activities and stuff on for the kids there, they're having just as much fun because instead of their normal daily routine or sitting in front of a desk or whatever they happen to do, they get to
Sure.
come out and spend time having fun with kids. And I mean, it's just the environment's really electric in there. It's everyone's out in the open in the field house. There's stuff going on here, stuff going on there. We've got DJ Rockin' Reggie Robinson is a staple of Kid Fest, and he'll be there doing flossing contests and limbo contests and really kind of
Awesome.
keeping the energy high for the event.
We talk about this quite often here. We're not sure exactly how Rockin' Reggie is at 14 places at one time, but he seems to always be.
You're telling me he's
He's
amazing.
everywhere.
He really is. He is. Yeah, it really is one of the coolest members of the community. And every time I see him, because I've got to go to a lot of these different events too, like when it comes to representing the agency there. And
Sure.
I'll roll up to an event and I'll see Reggie, and I'm immediately happy that he's there. It's going to be a good one if that's the case.
Yeah, he definitely is there for the community, and he does an amazing job. So, what is kind of the point of Kid Fest?
Sure.
Just to have
So
fun? Is it raising money for something?
it doesn't raise money. We put it on with the help of our generous sponsors. But you go to so many, and I don't want to call them resource fairs, but they're essentially resource fairs. You go to so many resource fairs, and it's a bunch of tables with a bunch of information that's all awesome and really good and stuff that people in our community need. But it's really hard as a parent to kind of process that information, have an actual conversation with these representatives if you got your kid tugging on your leg, or mom, dad, I need to do. So Kid Fest is we bring all these groups. We've got Hopewell, we've got Integrated, we've got Nationwide Children's, Ohio Health, Holzer. All these groups are coming in and setting up and having their information. They're ready for young parents who need that stuff, may not know about what's out there in the community. And when we can provide a fun atmosphere for the kids and get them really worn out, and hopefully going home and taking a nap after that, so that mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa can have a little peace and quiet that Saturday. But also,
Yeah.
while they're there, they can talk to that counselor who's telling them about some behavioral services that will help their child. And so it's really a way to kind of bring everyone in the community who helps children, provides a service for children, or families, bring them all together, bring them in one room, and just allow the kids to have fun, so that mom, dad, grandma, grandpa can talk to the folks, find out what they have, find out what's out there, and so that hopefully they can take advantage of some of those services.
That sounds amazing. So it's like one-stop shopping plus a whole lot of fun along the way.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to several groups, some nonprofits too, that get a lot of their referrals from Kid Fest.
Good.
The networking opportunity we've had, maybe Nationwide wasn't talking to Ohio Health about this one program, but they're perfect partners for it. Or maybe a nonprofit can help out one of the agencies by offering some services. And when you're just sitting in your office trying to figure this out, it's kind of tough just cold calling and, hey, what's out there. But when you get to walk around and see all these services that are out there, just like the parents are doing, hopefully good connections are made that benefit the community. That's what it's all about.
There you go. And I'm glad you mentioned all of that, because it's like win-win for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's a just really good time, and it's something where everyone can attend. I had a pretty good childhood growing up. I was at Kid Fest. I had friends who did not have a pretty good childhood growing up and were not they had a rougher life. They couldn't afford to do as many things as I could, and so they were at Kid Fest. And so really, it's a nice mix of everyone in Athens County that comes through. We have, there was actually a group of international students who, like, I think graduate students who had their little ones there. And I saw this mom like 3 times as I was walking around, and just the best grin on her face, and the kids were playing, having a good time. And it really does bring everyone in Athens County together. And the best part about it is that, well, not the best part, but a great part about it is the overwhelming help we get from Ohio University and its students, and allowing those kids, some of whom in Athens County may have never considered going to college. Some kids from around the county, they might go to Parkersburg more than they ever go to the city of Athens in OU. And so kids, would not consider going to OU, but then they see these college students close up and interact with them and talk with them, and they're like, that could be me. Maybe I could be going to college there. And so, having that face-to-face contact with college students on OU's beautiful campus in one of their beautiful buildings, I mean, it really does kind of
makes sense.
It opens doors, hopefully, for these kids.
Absolutely. Well, very good. Is there anything else you wanted to tell our viewers while you're here before we get to the news segment?
I'd say just come on out. I mean, it's rain or shine. So, luckily we've had the last couple of years without any rain. Who knows if the forecast is going to be right. But, if there is a little bit of rain, most of our outside activities should still be able to go through, but all of our stuff inside is going to be on. So, if it's rain and your soccer game or baseball game gets canceled, or, you're just looking for something to do, come on out. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., April 5th.
Now, Matt left out the most important news. Jason, I, and myself, and the Jambulance will be in attendance as well.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, there you go.
Live broadcast the whole time.
That is awesome. Yeah, thanks, Tad. We appreciate that. Well, very good. Well, Matt, thank you so much for stopping by and telling us all about Kid Fest today. And thank you for what you do to help out our kiddos in the area, because there's a lot of them that need it. And you all do a great job.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and we'll see everyone next Saturday.
All right, next Saturday, Kid Fest. And tell us one more time exactly where it is.
It's in Walter Field House on Ohio University's campus. The address, if you want to put it into your Google Maps or whatever, is 50 South Green Drive. And that's in Athens, Ohio, 45701. It's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And here's a big thing, too. We have the parking lot for Peden Stadium reserved for parking. So it can kind of get a little hairy on OU's campus sometimes, but we have that reserved for parking. So, hopefully there's plenty available for people. Good. And it should be a really good time. We're looking forward to it.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning, and best of luck next weekend.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right. Well, let's have another message, and then we'll be back with our good friend Jeremiah to talk about news.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
All right, and we are back with our good friend Jeremiah. Welcome back.
I've returned.
He's back.
I am back. We're almost through the week.
We did. We almost
Thursday.
made it through the week.
It's almost the end of the month. We're almost into March.
I know. This is stupid.
Where did the month go?
I don't know.
I don't know. Just, I think as you get older, just time.
It just flies by.
And then when you have children, and just.
Yeah.
Too, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we are continuing to keep Pete Wilson on a break because he works really hard.
He's a man about a town.
He is, and so we are forcing him to take a little break.
Little break
From
from
us.
the TV, yeah.
A little TV break from us, and so you generously have agreed to come on.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What's the latest and greatest in
I
news?
found this on my desk this morning, so this is like hot off the press. This is some sports news for you.
Oh.
Okay. Sports editor Todd Cumpson was kind enough to leave me a note.
Okay.
Said in case I wanted to throw some sports news on the TV Thursday morning, he left me some notes.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about sports ball, which I know nothing about. Thank goodness Alex knows abbreviations for stuff because I had to ask him what RBI was. Do you know what RBI is?
Yeah, that would be runs batted in.
Okay. I'm glad people know that because I did not.
Yeah, today is opening day, Major League Baseball.
Yeah, so this is local softball. I know
Okay.
that much because girls are involved.
Yes.
So it says Wellston's senior pitcher Hannah Potts threw a perfect game.
Way to go, Hannah!
Yeah, 12-0
right.
win over Valley on Wednesday night. It says Potts faced a minimum of 15 batters, striking out 13 with no walks while throwing 43 of 53 pitches for strikes. She also went 2 for 3 with 4 runs batted in, or RBI.
You could just say RBIs. That's
at the
fine.
plate. I had to look it up. Opening, which Alex knew, so thank goodness for that. But I did look it up so I had it wrote down correctly. Runs batted in at the plate. It says opening with a 3-run home run in the first inning, followed by a running scoring double in the 4th inning. It says the Lady Rockets are now 2-0 on the season, following a 13-2 win over Eastern on Tuesday.
Yep.
Then it says, meanwhile, the Jackson Iron Ladies improved to 4-0 on the season with a 11-4 win over Miami Trace on Wednesday afternoon. Izzy Swisher and Lexi Perry, which I think
My neighbor.
Lexi Perry each drove in 2 runs, while junior Serenity Taylor picked up her 4th win in the pitcher's circle, and we got a picture of her up there. So the pitchers, the one pitcher that was Hannah Potts and Wellston, and then this is Serena Taylor Jackson. So I wanted to share a little bit of sports news with you.
Way to go, ladies!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So congrats to them. Got this news out of Vinton County. The Vinton County Board of Elections will conduct public testing of voting equipment. It's at 10 a.m. tomorrow, Friday, March 28th, and the Board of Elections is located at 31935 State Route 93 in MacArthur.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure
What's
I mentioned that.
Public testing of
testing
voting
of
equipment?
voter equipment is what they're having tomorrow.
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So had that notice come in, and we'll have that on the radio, and I'll be putting it online here after I get off the show because it came in last minute.
Okay.
Probably should have came before now, but I don't know if it kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Maybe.
Lots going on.
There is.
So I want to talk about musicals.
Yes.
And then we touched on what was it, Wellston, I think last week.
Are you musically inclined?
No, not really.
Do you have that talent?
No. So I was in high school. I was in my senior year.
Uh-huh.
Buddy of mine, Jamie. We're still friends today, and we were in The Music Man together.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've ever seen The Music Man or watched any of the musicals for The Music Man. There's like the scene at the beginning where they're on the train and you're like trucking along, bouncing, and everybody's saying they're all the salesmen, and they're talking about selling this and that. And somehow I got saddled with the longest line of that scene where I had to get up and continue to bounce and say my line as I walked to the front of the train saying, I can't even remember. If my buddy was here, he probably could rattle off his lines, but that's been.
So you had a really long line.
I had this really long line I had to remember and like keep it to pace like at a train, truck along a track. And it used to be on YouTube. Somebody had recorded it and put it on YouTube back then, but you can't find it anymore. I've looked because I've told people about it.
Yeah.
But I can't find it. It must be deleted. But,
poor guy.
anyhow.
Your claim to fame. Your 2 minutes of fame.
My 2 minutes of fame, yeah.
It's all gone.
So.
Adrian, were you in theater?
No, but I wanted to be.
No, but you wanted to be.
Okay. No,
And
that was.
Cheryl?
No, my sister was the theater lead, not me.
Yeah, no, we did that just because we didn't have a lot
Me
to do
either.
senior year.
I was too. I couldn't. No way.
we did that, and we were in choir too, and.
I was in choir, but you could hide behind everyone else's voices. So.
Right. So, anyhow, over the weekend we had 2 productions.
Yes.
And I was at one, and Red Thompson Jr. he covered the other one a day prior to. And so we'll start with mine. I was in Oak Hill, where community members got the opportunity to venture to the kingdom of Arendelle at Oak Hill Middle High School. That was the weekend of March 21st and 23rd, and it was Disney's Frozen Jr.
Okay.
And I want to say, this production was advertised as being an hour long. I was there for over 2.
Oh.
Wow. I know usually they say junior. When they say junior productions, they're usually shorter.
Yeah.
But no lie, started at 8 o'clock, and I didn't get out of there till I'm pretty sure it was after 10 or really close to 10. But anyway, great. It was a great production. If you've ever seen the movie, I know that was the big thing many years back. Let it go.
Yeah, I've never seen Frozen.
Or the do you want to build a snowman? Do you want to go out and play? That was the. You're gonna have to watch it. You don't know what I'm talking about. Put that picture back up there real quick. I'll tell you who's in the picture here. So that's Princess or
See,
Queen.
He does have talent.
Yeah, no, that's all I remember. I couldn't do the rest. Maybe if I had the lines, but that's Queen Elsa. That's wait, did I get these mixed up? Let me find it here. Yeah, Queen Elsa Lexi Ryder, who portrayed Queen Elsa, and then next to her, that's her sister. That would be, I guess, in the movie sister. That's Princess Anna, and that was Skylie Mullins, and those are kind of like the 2 lead cast members. And I wanted to say kudos to them on the wardrobe change for Elsa there, because in the movie, like, her outfit changes to that real pretty blue with the white dress. And, like, at the start of the show, I wish I would have sent another picture, but at the start of the show, she has, like, this, it's just kind of like a real dark black, like, top, and, like, the dress is just kind of like a dark collar and stuff. And, like, when she ventures up on the mountain, and she's, like, singing that, let it go, which is that big song from that production. She's, like, on top of the mountain, and, like, all of a sudden, like, it's like people were behind her or whatever and, like, pulled that, and it must have been, like, Velcroed or whatever. And it was like a breakaway dress. So, like, it broke away, and, like, she's just, like,
Well, it's good that she had on
pipes.
something underneath then.
Yeah, no, it was all, yeah. And, it unveiled this dress here. But anyway, it was really neat. And then the other actors there, you have, that's Ice Harvester Kristoff, and that's portrayed by Grant Lambert. And then you have the reindeer there, that is Ty Wells, and I think the reindeer's name was. Has anybody seen Frozen here? What's the reindeer's name? Is it Sven? Yeah, Sven. The way I have it wrote here, it doesn't look like that. Sven. Sven. Huh? Sven.
Yes.
The reindeer. And he talks. Kinda. Well, he did in the production. But anyway, there was around 40 cast and crew members.
Just going down.
You need to watch it. She hasn't seen it. She doesn't know. And there was around 40 cast and crew members, grades 6 through 12.
Okay.
Okay. And
it was wonderful. I've heard it was great.
It was good. There was I have a photo gallery on thetelegrammnews.com. Okay.
Very good.
And then up in Vinton County, the Viking players, they brought the 1950s to life through Grease.
Go Grease lightning, you're burning up the quarter mile. Grease lightning.
And here was Red's best picture from the scene.
Where'd they find saddle shoes? How fun.
Yeah, no, they definitely looked the part. So they performed that same weekend, March 21st to the 23rd, and that was at Vinton County High School, and it was Grease. And on stage there, you have Landon Prater, who portrayed Roger, and Brie Lynn Mackey, who portrayed Jan. And Roger is a member of the T-Birds, while Jan's a member of the Pink Ladies. And it's Rydell High's gang, and they brought the iconic 1950 decade to life through the production there on stage.
Very good.
But they performed
How
a lot of
fun.
those timeless songs from the movies, including Grease, Summer Nights, Hopelessly Devoted to You. And, Red put a note in here about Grease becoming iconic in the pulp culture because of the 1978 movie of the same name.
I could start right now and give you 2 hours of Grease.
Of Grease.
Yes, I could recite the whole movie.
And,
I've watched it so many times.
Yeah, we got a photo gallery on telegramnews.com with some extra photos that we didn't use from that production. But Red's photo that you just saw was in yesterday's edition of the Telegram. My photo should be in Saturday's edition because we don't put them on the same page. We try to split it up.
That makes sense.
This weekend, Jackson High School Drama Club, which I know you've had folks in. It's been probably a week or two ago now. Is inviting the community to its well-known high-energy musical entitled Disney's Newsies. I cheated a little bit and have already seen the production.
You did.
I went Monday night to full dress rehearsal, set with a bunch of area drama club students and teachers, and got to watch the production. And it was very high energy. The choreograph, them dancing and just being in beat, and there was them stomping on the stage all in rhythm, and just there was a part where they're all sitting down. They have glasses where they're drinking water or whatever, and they do this number with classes where they're all doing it together, and it's just very high energy. A lot of singing, but
look how cute they look.
Yeah, no, they definitely look like Newsies, and so I watched the musical, or not the musical. I watched the movie on Disney Plus a few weeks ago because I had never seen it, and I knew what Newsies were. They get the papers, go out, push them in the streets, try to sell them. And I will say the musical was a little bit different than the movie in the sense that it followed the same storyline, but the love interest was different. In the movie, the love interest is one of the main characters' sisters is the love interest. Okay, in this one, the love interest was the journalist. And she had got an article in the thing, but it turned out the journalist was actually the daughter to kind of the bad guy. Well, you say bad guy, but
now you're giving the twist away that we weren't supposed to give away.
Yeah. So anyhow, you're gonna have to watch it. I guess the Broadway and the movie is just a little different.
A little different.
If you've seen, on Disney Plus, they have another Newsies on there that I think is a Broadway musical. So I'm going to have to sit down and watch it.
They do.
And see if it matches up to what was done here.
Okay.
But anyway, it's there's big cast for this, okay?
Yeah.
They come out of the woodworks.
Yeah.
Down the aisles and stuff at one point.
That's awesome.
During the thing, and just a lot of kids. But it's, let me see here. 80 students... Yeah, nearly 80 students to fill various roles and jobs associated with the production. Something always cool at Jackson, they have the pit down there for the orchestra. So they have live music that is played, not just over the system. So that's so cool.
Yes.
And but anyway, this production, The Newsies, is set in turn of the century in New York City and is based on the real life newsboy strike of 1899.
Yes.
Okay. And it tells the story of Jack Kelly. He's the unofficial leader of the group. He's kind of the main character, which I know when I was on, yesterday, I was talking about Batman in the movie, which was Christian Bale in the movie was the lead. And in this production, your Jack Kelly is Treshel Murray. He's your lead. He's a junior, and he does a great job. And there's a bunch of other characters. Like I said, there's over 80 people involved in this. But the production is scheduled for 7 p.m. on the evenings of Friday, March 28th and Saturday, March 29th, as well as the afternoon of Sunday, March 30th at 3 p.m. All performances will be held at Jackson Middle School Auditorium, and you can get tickets at the door for $8. So that's a little bit about that production.
Very cool.
And I want to say if you have to get out and check that out. And we'll save this for tomorrow.
Okay. Well, very good. Well,
So
Jeremiah.
we're on time. We're over a couple of minutes.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, filling us in on what's going on. And thanks to all of our guests today. The kids were so much fun from South Elementary there in Vinton County. And they're looking forward to their Safety Patrol Washington, D.C. trip.
Ooh. I've never been to D.C.
You haven't?
I have not. I didn't get the privilege to do that. I know a lot of people get to go through school.
Yeah.
But I never got
I
the
went in the
opportunity.
6th grade.
I was never offered the opportunity of that in school, but back then I don't think you did a lot of trips like they do now. It seems like kids are always going somewhere nowadays.
Oh, I
but
know. They get all kind of fun stuff to do.
I had to sit there and just
go to school.
Yeah, I can remember in the 4th grade being in trouble and having to come in at recess and work on my multiplication facts.
Oh.
And then sometimes if I got detention, same teacher, he was like in the military or whatever, he'd make you stand during recess inside, his classroom, and you had to hold the dictionary with a paper in it and try to write out the terms. That was the kind of punishment I used to have in school.
Well, just think. Now
It
you can
makes it sound
write.
like I'm really
just
old,
because.
though, because it's like probably kids don't do that.
I'd guess not. Probably not.
Cheryl's shaking her head now.
Like, absolutely not. All right. Well, have a great day, everyone. Enjoy some sunshine, and we'll be right back here tomorrow on your Friday. So have a great day. Bye-bye.